Here we go. Conference play in full swing in the Big Ten. Maryland will start with the basketball on the opening possession with Biasu, the transfer from VCU, has been such a good addition to this team. So many new additions as we have a travel right away. Dalce in the paint.
Again, such good defenses makes it so hard.
Dalce on the other end blocks the layup from Theron Halleck. Now Sellers bringing it up that left side for Maryland. What a feed inside. Dalce's been all over the place. Gets the offensive rebound. Triple teamed in the paint. Off the front of the rim rebound by Aralt. Now Halleck, left wing, Jocelyn Tate. She's going to pop an early triple, and that is cash. Opening bucket. One-on-one against Aralt. There is that Michigan State fierce defense yet again, Tyler.
It's a clean block there. That is just so good by Michigan State.
Now Simmons no good with the three ball.
I guess make up for that error on that first possession, but 2 turnovers already. That's not what Maryland wanted.
Great defense by Poffenbarger, but it doesn't matter for Julia Aralt.
Every game just matters so much once you get into the Big Ten, especially now when it's stacked.
Smikle tries to go coast to coast. It's good. Tyler, it's been a really rough start offensively. Maryland 0 of 5 from the field to begin.
Maryland has to make the most of transition opportunities in this game, Nate, as we see a miscue just like we thought from 2 of the best offenses in the league.
Both teams average over 85 points per game, both top 15 in the country. There's another blocking foul, and the Spartans down low. First is good. Maryland, one of the 8 remaining undefeated teams in the entire country, coming in at number 8 in the country.
You're right, Nate. Kind of sloppy on the offensive end.
That was McDaniel on that last Maryland possession. Now on the other side, too short on that 3 ball for Aralt. Michigan State does get another chance, though. The skip, the block, Kubek. She came off the bench today. Man, this has been a defensive battle so far in the opening 4. Now Kubek pops a 3 on the other end, and it's money.
You're Michigan State, you can't leave her open. I know that she's a big, but she can really let it fly from deep.
Hampton inside. There's a whistle, a foul on McDaniel. Kubek coming in only shooting over a little 20% from 3-point.
That she is dangerous from there.
Terps just 1 of 8 from the field so far. That one field goal was Kubek's 3 on the last offensive possession. Tries to find Poffenbarger cutting into the lane, but it's taken away by Aralt. 20th steal for her. She has been so good in her graduate year for the Spartans.
And that little hesitation move that she just put on McLean, that's what makes her so good, to create that space.
There's another bucket for Maryland to tie things. No Aralt on the court right now for the Spartans. Van Sluten, baseline, kicks it right side. A little too short for Emma Shoemate from 3-point land. As Sellers driving against Hampton. One of the best defenders in the conference. Sellers, the rattle off the back, taken over yet for either side. The closest one would be Aralt, who's got another shot. This one too short. There's the 5th rebound for Dalce, right on cue. Quick pass up top. Sellers to Smikle. Halleck now in the left corner against McLean, who's back in there. Great defense by Maryland. Kubek, now McLean. Biasu back in. A longer 3 ball. Does not get it to fall. She'll get 2. Misses the first. Started her career at UConn. Was former teammates with Poffenbarger and Amari DeBerry.
Big games, nothing new for them with that experience for the Huskies.
Van Sluten off the glass, can't get it to fall. Michigan State's offense continuing to struggle. 3 turnovers and no points in the last 3 minutes.
But the defense has really kept them in this game, as expected.
2 of the higher scoring offenses in the country, but the defenses could be reigning supreme today.
Well, Nate, she was in the process of making that pass, and I think that's what the refs, you really understand that look in a tight game.
Around the world, their Shoemate now, Van Sluten, driving against Kubek off the glass, whistle and the foul. Van Sluten, the transfer from the Pacific Northwest at Oregon.
Shoots a ton of free throws. It's
big that she was able to make both. It was about a 4-minute scoring drought for the Spartans. Biasu, another triple. This one's good.
That's such a big shot.
And remember, Biasu had that 3 that was good in the corner on that long delay with the foul against Tate. against Poffenbarger, who's got the ball now after the turnover by the Spartans. But look for Maryland to get Tibiasu more involved from beyond the arc. So far this year, shooting 42% from three, averaging a little under 8 points per game. Sellers with 12 to shoot. Man, looking to take out as much of this final seconds of the opening quarter as possible. About a half-second difference. Loose ball picked up by McLean. She's got to have a full-court heave. It's well short. But what a turnaround, Tyler, for Maryland.
Get going here early in this quarter, Nate.
Michigan State had a rough end to the first quarter. Tries to get a fast start to the second, but the three ball is no good from Halleck.
Well, remember, it was a fast start to the first. They had the first 5 points of this game, and since then, Maryland has really taken over.
Travel.
Had that rebound, and then she dropped it out of play. So, I guess not a turnover if she was fighting for the board, but still, for Dalce, she's just got to work with the little things because the rebounding has been so good.
Three ball converts for Shoemate, the transfer from Ohio State. Big bucket there for MSU as McDaniel has to spin her way out of trouble. Poffenbarger, right wing, three ball. You bet.
Maryland has did such a good job, Nate, of responding. Whenever Michigan State takes it down and scores, it seems that the Terps have something to say at the other end.
And McDaniel right under the basket, continuing to be one of the best sparks off the bench Maryland has seen in the last few years. She goes coast to coast and draws the foul. So much depth, so much ability to switch in and out. Feels like every opportunity that Brenda Fries has had. Big rotation. McLean has seen a bunch of minutes so far. Dalce's been in and out. Simmons, right wing. Tate, Van Sluten. Unable to get the two ball. Maryland basketball.
For Maryland, a 24-9 run after the Spartans' strong start.
Full court press. Maryland able to evade around it. But now the double teams. This Michigan State defense flying everywhere. Doesn't matter for Smikle. She gets the bucket.
Into a position to not only score, but to allow McDaniel to get her the ball. Because when you're defended that well, Nate, that's not easy to do.
Averaging 85.5 points per game, the 13th best mark in the entire country. McDaniel with 5 to shoot off the glass and one. Robin Freilich was not a fan of the call right in front of the Michigan State bench. Things could get out of hand pretty quickly if Maryland gets into a groove.
You're right, Nate. It's the largest lead of the game for either team.
Off-ball whistle. McDaniel's down right at the top of the key. Made contact. She's back in there, and right here, she doesn't need a break. She's going to be inbounding the basketball. Smikle working around the double team. Sellers comes back to the ball. McDaniel right under the basket.
Wow. This building can't believe it. Neither can we.
Phenomenal crowd here for this top 20 matchup as A-Roll connects yet again. Sellers, long two, a little too strong, but McDaniel in the perfect position. Sellers thinking about it again. Driving through contact, he gets it to fall.
This is a different Cheyenne Sellers that we have seen all year long. It's just different. Something about the way that she plays once you get into league play. And that's where it matters most, Nate. That's what you want from your top player.
Halleck, a tough 2 rebounds, 3 assists. She scored in double figures in 7 straight, 9 total.
The long delay in between the initial foul and the shot.
First one good from Poffenbarger. Alexa.
They really know how to drive inside, use their size advantage.
Get those extra points. Here's Hampton stripped away. McDaniel, one-on-one. It's going to be won by McDaniel, but she's going to have to. One of her strengths is going from 0 to 100. Double figures yet again. If she makes this free throw, she's got it. Bingo. McDaniel now 7 double-figure games this season. She's the first player for either team in this game to get to that mark. As the Terps now go with a little bit more of aggressive man defense. Errant pass, Poffenbarger able to corral it. Taking it herself, little too strong. Hampton picks it up for the Spartans. Fast break opportunity for Michigan State. Here's Jocelyn Tate. She converts. Baseline. Throws it off to Tibiasu, who can't get a grip on it. Another turnover by Maryland.
And that's not really the pass that you want on the inbound, but when time is running out, it's better to try something than just give it to them on the 5 seconds. So smart by Sellers to get that in. Tibiasu just couldn't make the play.
Here's a crucial 3 minutes for the Spartans. It starts off with an A-roll 3. Really has the versatility to play anywhere on the court. Played some center last year due to there being a lack of depth in that regard for Michigan State early in the season. And you see her here guarding Kubek down low. Kubek will win this battle, though.
Kubek has had a really good game so far with some big rebounds, a block, and now 5 points, including... How big was that first 3, by the way, to give Maryland that lead at 7-4? Their first made field goal, wanted to keep it around there, heading towards the first half break.
And we've said it constantly throughout this game.
Maryland has an opportunity to grow their lead here late.
Kubek, Tibiasu in the corner. Stepped out of bounds again. Hampton. Driving through traffic, off the glass, off the rim, and in.
Again, it was a 17-point game and an 8-2 run, the response.
Sellers whistle out of Pennsylvania. First free throw good for Cheyenne Sellers.
Exactly what you want in your top player, a player who can help you in every aspect of the game.
And now some confusion.
Crowd is letting them hear it.
So you see Dalce.
Yeah.
That's Julianne Woodard, who she's going up against.
Maybe to grab a rebound here on this.
The first was good. The second, good as well. To McLean. The handoff, Sellers. Crossover. Fadeaway 3. No good. Put back McKinney. Also no good. Tate does not get it off in time before the end of the first half. Terps lead.
Absolutely. Her finishing down low just has been their 0 for 5. For Maryland, honestly, as a team, I think that they have struggled finishing in and around the basket because, yes, they're going to the line so much, but you think about how many close and ones they missed.
They roll against Dalce, a kick out to Simmons, who's been relatively quiet today, but she's going to pick up the quick whistle.
A little bit at a time, and
Michigan State has just been chipping away.
Yep.
This has been an interesting back and forth, bit of a weird scoring back and forth. As there's Van Sluten chipping even more with another 2.
Both teams just really trying to get going, and they're not really using much time to do so.
Van Sluten off the fast break, charging against Poffenbarger.
Have to worry about the other player as well. She commits the foul, and it's Van Sluten to the line.
Commit to one. She committed to Van Sluten, who misses the second free throw. Poffenbarger nearly strips away, but it will be A-roll again under the basket. It was Tate and Poffenbarger going back and forth. How about this start to the second half for the Spartans?
We saw right there with Tate's steal against Poffenbarger and the basket after. They really need to limit those in the game.
Thanks, Alexa. As McDaniel trying to go coast to coast, sneaks it underneath to Kubek.
It was the same thing, and it was Kubek in transition who got their first make of the first half as well. So the game didn't have a feel that they were up 17, right? When you've got Michigan State at the other end, it didn't feel like that was enough to start to get comfortable for Maryland, and I think that they were right to be weary. Michigan State's here to play.
Tate comes up with the basketball, stripping it away, and Sotelo finishes it off. Her first points.
We just talked about the importance of mistake-free basketball, and Maryland's worries continue in that department. Smikle open near side.
Sellers travels again.
To get the hang of what Maryland is doing, but 16 turnovers, that's not going to do you any favors.
Halleck had Simmons open in the corner, but decides to take it herself. Back to a 4-point game here at XFINITY Center. Spartans on a 9-2 run to begin the quarter. Terps could really use a bucket on this possession. Here's Poffenbarger. Bounce pass inside. That is just beautiful to Smikle.
There's your bucket
from beyond the arc. Only a matter of time, you got to imagine, before she gets her first. Smikle catches Michigan State sleeping and gets it to fall for 2.
And that is a deceptively tough finish. When you hear those footsteps bearing down on you down the court, you've really got to keep your poise and make sure you do the little things right. A great job by Smikle to keep her cool and make that big-time layup.
Another bucket for Michigan State. Alexa Sellers with another great pass as that one goes out on Michigan State, but she's been so good just facilitating.
And Alexa, I think that really starts with her confidence.
Tyler, I couldn't agree more. I think she is such a confident player.
4 assists for her today. That last bucket for Smikle. The response, though, for the Spartans with Halleck.
Did that. They found out the hard way. They had to work their way back into this game and have a 3 as a response to a 2.
Halleck with 11 points, Sellers with 10. Both have had a couple of great assists as well as McDaniel.
Between these two teams here as we start off league play, or at least start exclusive league play. I know both teams.
Halleck has a good look on the other side. It's no good. Poffenbarger to the ground to get that one, just throws it away, but Kubek luckily is in the right position.
Maryland's got to get this over half court.
Barely get it.
How in the world did that work?
I have no idea.
Ground, you've barely even got possession, and you just fling it down the court, and that's Ali Kubek again. Right place, right time for Maryland.
McDaniel with under 5 to shoot. Taken away by Arold as Kubek went up for it. Halleck, fast break, 1-on-2, did not have the numbers, but she's fouled on her way up.
From this far across, I thought maybe it was just a rip, but it's a good call.
Poffenbarger rolls with those. McDaniel, ball fake, finds Smikle top of the key. Down to 12 to shoot. McDaniel through a triple team, back to Poffenbarger, wide open, and she gets it.
Poffenbarger steps up, knocks down a clutch 3.
Through traffic for Halleck, that's no good. Terps have a little bit more momentum now, as the Spartans have not made a field goal in the last 3 minutes.
I still think if you're Maryland, you really want to take your time and get the right shot here.
Kubek with the left, yes.
And that's the right shot. Ali Kubek has been sensational in this game. She's got 9 points, just 2 rebounds, but the scoring has really been huge for Maryland.
Now Michigan State feels out of rhythm. They're now going a little too fast. Poffenbarger, so close. Would have been another highlight reel play, but that one sure is for Smikle.
Timeout for the Spartans.
Michigan State driving quickly. The speed for Simmons, it's good. Robin Freilich squad today. Now just 9 seconds. Kubek to Tibiasu. Tibiasu, step back. Poffenbarger with just 2 seconds. Heaves it up. Air ball. No good for Sailor Poffenbarger, but a crucial conference matchup. Poffenbarger having some trouble finding a teammate to throw the ball to. That's a 5-second violation on the inbound to begin the quarter.
I don't envy that job at all.
Yeah, we were
insane.
blocked by the 10 minutes on the score bug there at the bottom of your screen as Simmons is fouled by Poffenbarger.
One of your key players in real danger of leaving this game.
Nothing crazy in terms of foul trouble yet. Quarter break is.
I mean, if you're Michigan State, you're coming in, you're trying to get a defensive stop. That's your focus. Maryland just gives you the ball and a chance to cut the lead.
Smikle off balance, baseline drive, no whistle. It's brought up by Shoemate now with Arold. 1-on-2, the Euro attempt, and the foul on Tibiasu. Arold at the line, first one, she sinks.
Credit has to go to Freilich, right, for keeping her team focused.
Just a dominant defensive and offensive quarter for Michigan State as Dalce passes it off to Kubek. Cannot connect on the 3 ball. Sotelo, left corner, double teamed. Whistle.
They're going to change that now in the notes.
Left hand good for Jocelyn Tate.
But that's Sellers' third.
And now just a 1-possession game here from XFINITY Center. Smikle just gives it away. Tate all the way up to Halleck, but Sellers is right there with some great defense.
Sellers is coming out next whistle. Tibiasu's going to take her because she's got 3 fouls. So this is a really important next few minutes in this game.
Can Michigan State tie it up right here? Halleck, you bet!
And Dalce down low.
Tibiasu to Sellers, right wing. Screen set by Dalce.
Somebody's got to step up and make a shot.
Back to Poffenbarger. She's wide open. There it is! Poffenbarger for three. And she's into double figures.
Well, what did I say? Somebody's got to step up. You can't give number 6 room.
Halleck tries the quick response. And there's a push out. Michigan State continues to just claw back possession after possession. Now with less than 5 minutes to go, one team is going to have to take over.
Every possession at this point just matters so much, not just in this game, but in the Big Ten season.
Sellers finds McDaniel right in front of the bench for three. Perfection right there by Cheyenne Sellers on the assist. And the quick response, who else but Halleck?
14 for her now in the second half. Just unreal how she has come alive for this Michigan State team.
Look at how much space is there between her and Aralt.
And the pass from Sellers, that's now 6 assists. She's got 6 rebounds as well.
Aralt blocked initially by Dalce, but she gets the offensive rebound and cuts the deficit down to 2. 17 points for her. Poffenbarger, a really long three. That's no good. Right wing for Halleck, who thought about a three. Spinning, weaving her way through traffic. It's Sotelo, the freshman, tried to go for the lead, didn't get it. Tate, under the basket, out to Halleck. Fadeaway triple, no good. Poffenbarger able to get it underneath. Tibiasu looking for Poffenbarger, taken away. 3-minute mark in the fourth quarter. Terps up by 2. Poffenbarger trying to add, and she does. The bench loves it. Terps up by 4. Tate blocked by Dalce. Out to Halleck for 3. Yes! Are you kidding me? Back and forth again.
What a great way to close out the year.
This is the one you have to go on a scavenger hunt for. It's
Gotta
in the
go
garage.
Let's see who's going to go get this one.
Sellers stripped away by Simmons. Michigan State, fast break. The travel by Tate. Costly miscue.
Slow things down, and it cost the Spartans there.
Tibiasu dancing, looking for a passing lane. Had it for Smikle. Now the ball's loose. Jump ball called.
It's going to stay with Maryland. Her most important contribution, she had to get around a defender to get to that ball.
Quick bucket and the foul.
Instant. Smikle open, calls, and scores. Plus the harm. The bench loves it. That's a big-time play from a big-time player. And Kaylene Smikle leads the way for Maryland with 18 points. She's doing it again, honing in on 20.
Crucial free throw right here for Kaylene Smikle. Rattles in. 5-point lead for Maryland. 2-possession game with 67 seconds to go.
And that's got to be so demoralizing, Nate. If you're Michigan State, you think you got the stop, but Dalce keeps it alive. Maryland scores.
Aralt to the left wing. Here's Simmons taking a 3 from the top of the key. Bingo! Back down to 2.
Michigan State just doesn't have an off switch. They never, ever quit. Unbelievable that they've just been able to respond every time Maryland has a big play.
Down to 40 seconds. Both teams have 2 timeouts if they want to use them. Wide open is Dalce. That's her first points of the game, and it puts Maryland up by 4. But still trail by 4. They can bring it within 1 possession right here. Halleck, guarded by McDaniel. We're down to 31 seconds to play. Halleck, the double team. Dalce comes up huge yet again.
Brenda Friesdate, by calling a timeout here, allows her to draw up who she wants to get the ball and send to the line. And Cheyenne Sellers just fired up after Christina Dalce has been the story to end this game. Again, now Maryland can get it in and choose who they want to be fouled. I think that's...
Terps going around the world. Tibiasu is the one that will head to the line. First one is nothing but net. They wave it off.
I think that's Kaylene Smikle.
So Michigan State's got to hurry. Less than 20 seconds, down by 5. Halleck to Aralt in the corner. With 15 seconds to go in the game, denied yet again by this Maryland defense. Tate has to foul Sellers.
2 made free throws. This game's as good as over.
Just to put it within 2 threes. There it is. It'll be Jocelyn Tate to inbound. Halleck, who's been so good, sends it to the corner. Here's Tate from the left wing. The high arcing shot, no good. Still up in the air. Less than 2 seconds to go. The final horn sounds, and Maryland survives.